Do you want to play Magician, but you don't really know how he works? Don't worry, I got you. His ability is called Illusion. He has 3 of them and their cooldown is 10 seconds. He carries around a wand that can create an illusion and grants invisibility for 2 seconds. Magician gains a movement speed by 50% for 0.87 seconds when invisible. Whenever the hunter hits the illusion left behind, you gain another little speed boost. If another survivor uses illusion, or in other words, the wand, they can get terror shocked while invisible. Magician can only get terror shocked in invisibility if he's performing other actions during invisibility. Magician has a passive trait called Dexterous, meaning the chance of triggering a calibration is decreased by 20% and the scope of success is increased by 20%. Magician has a second passive trait called Real or Fake. The first time the Magician is rescued from a rocket chair, he immediately uses Escape Artist, creating an illusion on the chair and becoming invisible for 2 seconds. In addition, after the Magician rescues a survivor from a rocket chair for the first time, both he and the survivor will also create illusions and become invisible for 2 seconds. This basically means when you're rescued from a rocket chair, you will leave behind an illusion for 2 seconds. The first time you rescue a teammate, you will both become invisible for 2 seconds. I have 2 different builds that I use for my Magician. I have a tight build when I use him as a secondary rescue, but I also have a standard full kiting build that I use whenever I play him as a kiter, which I do very, very rarely. Here's an example of some of the top 10 Magician players' persona web. Now that we know how his kit works, how do we actually play him? I think Magician's kit is strong enough to play him with tide turners, so I usually play him as a secondary rescue. You can use your decoy to body block a pallet. For example, if you use the clone in the middle of a pallet, the hunter must break your decoy before passing the pallet. If the hunter is approaching you while you're decoding and you just need a little bit of extra time, you can place a decoy on the cipher so it looks like you're still decoding, but in reality, you're still running away. It's very common to use the wand just to keep going forward, but you can also use the decoy as you're running forward and then start running backwards. That way, the hunter might think that you're going straight ahead, but in reality, you turn back. You can also use the decoy before vaulting a window. That way, if the hunter hits you to try and terror shock you, they hit your decoy instead. A very common thing that I do when I rescue is that I use my wand right before the rescue, so if the hunter tries to hit me to terror shock me, they hit my copy instead.